Hey, y'all, I'm Shane Sams, the host of the Flipped Lifestyle podcast and the founder of flippedlifestyle.com, the leader of the Flipped Lifestyle community. And I'm here today with a great training on how to overcome a major obstacle that holds a lot of people back from starting, building, and growing an online business. And that's money, moolah, cash, y'all. Like, you got to have a little money if you're going to be able to invest it in your family's future. I'm here to show you how we did it back when we were broke school teachers living paycheck to paycheck, but we got paid on Friday and it ran out on Thursday. We were able to find the money to get our online business off the ground and build it to what it is today. And I'm going to teach you how you can do it too. Welcome to the Flipped Lifestyle podcast, where life always comes before work. We're your hosts, Shane and Jocelyn Sams. We're a real family that figured out how to make our entire living online. And now we help other families do the same. Are you ready to flip your life? All right, let's get started. All right, so let me tell you a little story about being broke. You know, school teachers in Southeast Kentucky, guys, they don't make a lot of money. I mean, we don't get a lot of money. I mean, me and Jocelyn were making I was making about $2,500 a month. That's what I was bringing home, right? When I was a school teacher and football coach down in Southeast Kentucky. And together, we maybe got close to $5,000. It was more like $4,900 probably after everything was done. And we were living paycheck to paycheck. We were probably, we occasionally had to use the old credit card for groceries until we got paid a couple days later. And then we tried to pay it off. And, there were those robbing Peter to pay Paul moments and driving cars till the wheels fall off moments. So when we decided that we were going to create an online business and we were going to go all in and we were in it together, we knew the one problem we had to solve immediately was, how are we going to get the money to do this? At the time, everything was really fragmented. You had to buy your domain over here with one company, and you had to buy hosting with another company. And the hosting companies all wanted an upfront yearly charge. They would advertise it as $10 a month for a shared hosting plan, but then you get in there and it'd be like $10 a month paid annually. That's what it was. So I was like, dang, man, I don't have $100 to pay for hosting. And then we wanted to get some training so that we could learn how to do this stuff and we could make things happen. And, we just couldn't figure out how to squeeze any more money out of our budget. It was easier to figure out how much time we had and how much, we controlled our time, but we didn't always control the budget. The kids would get sick. We'd have to go buy medicine, had to buy groceries, had to pay our bills, had a mortgage, had all those things, right? So we had to figure out where we were going to get consistent money back into our budget to be able to invest in our business. Well, we were looking at everything we were doing, and we realized that the best way for us to get some time back was to cancel cable. We needed to stop watching television, and that hour, 2 hours a night that we were sitting in front of the tube, we needed to transfer that time over so that we could work on our online business and work on our family's future. And we realized as well, if we just canceled cable, we were going to get like $100 a month back in our business, right? That's $100 a month to buy hosting, $100 a month to pick up an occasional $29 sale on a course, some way to be able to put some money back into the business and go out there and give this thing a try. There was only one problem. Jocelyn really didn't want to give up cable right when the time we were building this business, because the Summer Olympics were about to come on. And Jocelyn, my wife, is a fanatic, y'all, when it comes to the Olympics. She's watching everything. She's making sure she knows all the medal counts. She's looking at who won the badminton. I mean, she wants all the sports. She's not looking at just like the big ones, like racing and gymnastics and all the stuff that we all watch. No, Jocelyn, she wanted everything. She daylight till dark. Every minute she was home, Olympic coverage was on, right? And we sat down and we knew we had to do this, and we started talking about it, and she was so sad. And I looked at her and said, hey, think about this. If we sacrifice the money now to watch the Olympics, maybe just someday we can make enough money to go to the Olympics. And I'm not talking about waiting till America has the Olympics. We'll go anywhere. If we want to get on a plane and go to Japan and we want to watch the Olympics, that's what we will do. And that was our goal, to give up money now, to sacrifice a little bit of watching it. And, you still got the internet, you still see the highlights, and you still get, the medal counts and all that stuff. So there's still something there, right? You can downgrade a little bit and still get what you want, but it would create opportunity for us to go out and earn something even better in the future. So we gave up cable that summer. We built our online business. We launched our online business. And in the first month, we made $2,500, $2,600. In the second month, we made like $3,000, then $5,000, then $10,000, then $15,000. And then we made $36,000 in August of 2013. And on September 27th, 2013, we walked in and quit our jobs. And now we do make enough money because of that sacrifice. Little sacrifice for one summer. We could literally go to the Olympics anywhere in the world and we could go watch them live. And that's the power of just moving money that you're already spending into the investment for your online business. The cool thing about online business is that it doesn't take a ton of money to get started. It doesn't take a ton of money to get something out there to market. It's a little more expensive now than when we started. I'm going to be totally honest with you. When we started, we could get by with $100, $200 a month. It's went up to probably $200 to $500 a month now, depending on the business and the software that you use. But you could never start a business like that in the real world. You could never rent a building. You could never buy supplies, and you could never, get your product stock up and be able to go out and sell those things like you can in an online business. So I've got 3 tips for you today to show you how you can find the money in your budget, in your wallet that already exists to go out there and start, build, and grow your online business too. All right. The first thing I would say to do is, let's preview this. I would say cancel any kind of cable TV or Netflix or anything that you're watching right now to get some of that money back. I would say that you could probably get rid of your cable TV if you've got cable TV still. Maybe you got an old landline that's still hooked up and you're hanging on to it even though you never talk on it and you got a cell phone. Like, do what we did there. That's the prequel to this. Is if you can get rid of cable, you're going to get back a whole lot of time and money. All right, so cut the cord. That's what you got to do. All right, but my first tip out of my 3 tips is sell stuff you're not using. Look around your house. You have so much in your house. You could have a yard sale, garage sale, or maybe put a ton of stuff every month up on eBay, and you could probably come up with $50 to $100 in old junk and old stuff that's laying around the house that you can do. Jocelyn would sell old kids' clothes. As soon as the kids grew out of something, on Facebook it went $5 here, $5 there. We used to sell any electronics that we weren't using, right? Go around your house. Do you have 5 TVs? Do you need 5 TVs? Really? Why don't you have a TV for you and a TV for your kids and take the TVs out of your room and put them on Facebook Marketplace and get them sold? You could probably have a couple $100 today to work on your online business and keep it going for this month, right? I actually, when I was going around the house looking for things, I found some books called The Wheel of Time. And I had a limited edition it wasn't a first run print, but it was a limited edition signed copy of the first book in that series. And it was written by a very famous author named Robert Jordan. Now think about George R.R. Martin, Game of Thrones, J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings. Like, he was up there. He's like in the pantheon of authors for American fantasy novels. I had waited in line like 4 hours to meet this guy and get his autograph in this book. But I started looking at that thing that was accumulating dust. I hadn't looked at it in years. It was just sitting on a bookshelf. I'd forgot I had it. And I said, you know what? That's a cool thing. It's a special story. And it really means a lot to me. But it would probably mean a lot to somebody else. And I don't think when I weigh my family's future and that book on a scale, that book has any chance of winning the weight contest. So I took that book, put it on eBay, and I made like $150 off of that book. And that was how we bought our first hosting package. It was all because I sold something that meant something to me. Listen, I still have the memory. I still love the book. I met that author before he died. He passed away a few years later. And if I wanted to now, I could go out and buy an autographed copy of that book any day of the week that I wanted to. But in the moment, I needed that money for something else, something more important. If your family's future is more important to you, prove it. Go sell some of the things that are collecting dust around your house and use that money to start, build, and grow your online business. Tip number 2, we are going to kill monthly subscriptions. That's going to be tip number 2. We're going to kill any monthly subscriptions that we have outside of that cable bill. You need to take out your bills. I know it's scary sometimes, folks. You got to do this sometimes. You got to print out your statements and look at all the subscriptions you have. My guess is you've got $40 or $50 in subscriptions you're not even thinking about because you signed up for the free trial, you forgot about it, and you just left Hulu going, and you just left Netflix going. You just left that $5 Candy Crush membership going, right? Go through and look and ask yourself, do I need these things? I mean, do you really need more than like Disney Plus or the ESPN app? Do you need more than 2 or 3 subscriptions? Are you actually watching any of those subscriptions every single day of your life? Probably not. You're probably not doing that, right? Like you're probably not paying attention to 80% of those apps. And I know that there's apps that are running games that you're running that you can look at and do it. If you will take your bill out and look at it and look at the breakdown and actually see what you're paying for, you're going to realize, mate, I only watch Netflix. Why do I have 17 other subscriptions? I did this one time and I was like signed up for like CBS, and I was signed up for Hulu, which I hadn't watched in like 6 months. I was signed up for WWE Network, which I hadn't watched in like 3 or 4 months. And like, I just said, this is stupid. I can get $100 a month back in my life right now just by all these little knickknack subscriptions that I'm looking for in my budget. That's the first place I would go, because every time you get $20 back, you can probably buy ConvertKit or $20 or Kajabi or something else that you can invest in your business that will actually help you make more money later. So kill the subscriptions. The average family has like 10 subscriptions. Do you need Spotify, Apple Prime Music, Apple Music, and Pandora? No, you do not. So go and cancel half of your subscriptions. Just say, I'm getting rid of half of them. I'm going to pick the ones I want. I'm going to get rid of the ones I don't have. And that's like getting monthly recurring revenue back to invest in your business. Okay. All right. The last thing I would tell you to do is something that only the faint of the people with the faint of heart would go for. You're going to be the bravest, the best. These are the people that are going all in and they want their family's future so bad. Going big, or go home, or go to a different home. That's what I'm talking about here, right? So one of the things that Jocelyn and I did when we started making a little money online, and we realized, man, if we could get like $500 or $600 a month, we could really invest in this thing and training and take it to the next level. And we looked at the way we were living. We looked at our house. We had a 2,400 square foot house, had an above ground pool in the back. You know, we looked at how we were living and why were we living paycheck to paycheck? And it was these huge expenses like our home that were holding us back from creating a better future and a bigger business for our family. So we came to the conclusion that we needed to downsize and sell our house. Maybe for you, that's sell your house and start renting. Maybe it's sell your house and downsize into something. We went out of that 2,400 square foot house and we bought a 1,800 square foot house in town. So we lost 600 square feet. The garage was smaller. The yard was way smaller. It wasn't in the same neighborhood, right? We had this little cookie cutter neighborhood with lots of family, and we had good friends in that neighborhood. But we said, our future is worth more than all this. And you know what? Maybe we'll get something bigger and better back if we'll make this sacrifice now. And we sold our house and we cut our mortgage in half. We cut our light bill in half. We cut our gas in half. We decided to live like nobody else would live so we could get what nobody else could get. And we could build the future that we wanted. We could have margin in our time, margin in our budget. And we could really live a life that mattered. And, for the next 2 or 3 years, we lived in that house and we built our business and we made our millions. And we said, hey, this worked. And wouldn't you know it, because God likes to show off, we had the opportunity later to buy a house that was exactly 2 times bigger than the house we sold. It was 4,800 square feet, right? We made enough money to go in and buy that house. And instead of that above ground pool, we bought a property with a 10-acre private lake that we can ride jet skis on. Stuff is stupid. I say it out loud. I still laugh at it because I can't believe it. But it's because we said, hey, we're all in. This doesn't work. Everything's replaceable. We'll come back. We'll buy the same house in the same neighborhood or another house in the same neighborhood. We'll go back to our old jobs. We'll figure this out, right? But don't be afraid to go big. Go all in on your dreams. You may be shocked at how well that works. So those are my 3 tips for finding money for your online business. Sell all the stuff you're not using. Get rid of everything. Stop hanging on to the junk and the things, and build a future. Build a business. Build a family business that matters for you and the kids and the people you love. Number 2, kill all your subscriptions. Get rid of cable. Go out there and get rid of every subscription you can. Maybe you got to have some entertainment. We understand that. And if it'll keep you out of spending, money, in entertainment venues, then by all means keep Netflix or something. But you don't need 4 music channels. You don't need 6 video channels. All you need is the internet and one thing, right? So pick the thing that you like the most, get rid of the rest, and invest that back into your business. And hey, don't be afraid to go big. Sell your car, get rid of it. There's your fun, right? You got 3 cars, sell 1, keep 2. Sell your house, downsize, and put that money into your dream so that you can build a better future for your family. And one of the things that I hope that you invest in is the Flipped Lifestyle community. If you want more training on how to save money, on how to find more time, and overcome all of the obstacles and challenges that are holding you back from your online business. We have all of that inside the Flip Lifestyle community. For our members out there who are watching this video, you know where to find it. Head over and check out your library. We are adding trainings to that all the time. If you need any help, hit those forums, ask a question. We've got people manning those forums every single day, just waiting to help you find the answer and pick your next steps. And if you're not a member and you're listening to this at any time in the future, all you have to do to get started is go to flippedlifestyle.com/free. That'll save you a little money this month. Go flippedlifestyle.com/free, and you can try out the community for free today. That's all the time I've got for this training today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you figured out a way to find some money out there to invest in your online business. Squeeze a little dime or two out of that budget so you can build a better future for your family. And I can't wait to see you next time right here on my next training. Have a good day.